Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Light Journal podcast. I'm Jamie Perez, and today I'm beginning a new series, and it's called Level Up Your Spirit Walk. This first episode is called Earth University. If you have a safe place to momentarily close your eyes, I'd like you to envision a university campus, Earth University. Everyone around you is connected to this university as instructors, students, security, administrators, support staff, maintenance, and groundskeepers. You might even have outside evaluators from other schools who are here to ensure the university and its instructors are meeting expectations for graduation rates, educational value, and content. Courses are project-based group assignments. In other words, students learn by working together to achieve some predetermined and approved learning objective. The lead might want to experience and rise above the course called betrayal. A supporter in that group may agree to be the betrayer, and another student might play the gossip. Incarnations require a lot of supporting characters, so we'd have to find people to play family, friends, peers, neighbors, significant others, etc. And all of them have to volunteer for this. And then the lead student has to plan out all the right situational conditions. What country, culture, educational level, work opportunities, and so on does he or she want to do? Before incarnating, students choose spirit entities who will guide, protect, and help them based on their relative expertise with the subject matter. By the time everything and everyone is assigned, there can be hundreds or even thousands of entities involved in one student's project. Here's the rub. There is never just one project. Everyone in that initial student's group may also be the lead in their own project, with their own hundreds of students supporting them, as well as their own spirit assistants and, let's not forget, the outside observers. Although there are different projects and different courses of study for all those incarnating on Earth, there are two common prerequisites for graduating from Earth University: remembering that they are love and expression, and remembering the divinity of all things, including oneself. The rest of the graduation requirements depend upon the particulars of the student's learning objective. Some possible learning objectives might include overcoming experiences such as feelings of inadequacy or worthlessness, loneliness, poverty, powerlessness, victimhood, and so on and so forth. I don't know if you noticed or not, but these learning objectives are primarily things that most of us humans would call negative, bad, or undesirable. There's a reason for that. Spirits intellectually know about pain, suffering, loss, grief, and so on, but they are incapable of experiencing it. Because they are always aware of who and what they are, and their ability to manifest whatever they desire, earthly scenarios seem easy and simple to overcome. That changes, though, when they incarnate and forget who and what they are. As a human, without memory of your true identity, when you go to Earth University, you can't simply manifest a solution. You have to work through it. You have to walk through the challenges, limitations, and struggles that seemed so simple when you were in spirit form. Being human has a way of making things feel very real and very personal. But that's why you're here. Personal experience transforms your spirit-based knowledge into wisdom that you carry with you into the spirit realm. Your incarnations are a powerful tool for creating empathy, compassion, and understanding for those caught in Earth's karmic cycle. In every class at Earth University, all your relationships, environments, jobs, hobbies, culture, and so on play a part in your learning objective. So if you look closely at your life, you'll see repeating themes through all these different relationships, places, and experiences. That's how learning takes place. If learning doesn't occur one way, you'll be presented with the same learning opportunity another way, and it may not be as easy a path. If you struggle to learn from your friendships, you might learn through family. If you don't learn through your jobs, you might learn through your hobbies. If you don't learn through wealth, well, you might learn through poverty. From the spirit perspective, how you learn isn't as important as whether you're learning. This is all part of your original learning plan. Your plan included a bunch of possible paths to learning because you didn't know which method would be most effective once you incarnated. Not every learning objective turns out as planned. Sometimes things go awry and you don't complete the learning objective before you resume spirit form. When that happens, you may get caught in the karmic cycle. This is similar to, but not quite the same, to a student who wants to graduate but struggles to pass math, so they have to take math over and over again until they pass it. That's a rather poor analogy since there's no pass-fail in the karmic sense, but there is a learning goal that you already obligated yourself to completing. When viewed through the lens of eternity, repeating an Earth University class over and over again is nothing more or less than a brief hiccup in time. When you reincarnate, you may face an identical scenario to the one you left, or you may make changes, putting in new instructors, new situations, and new struggles. This would be like the math student choosing a new instructor with a different teaching philosophy and a new set of classmates who are familiar with this method of learning math. Nothing you experience is a mistake. Everything, whether intended or not, adds to your expertise and understanding. Everything transforms your spirit knowledge into wisdom. If nothing is a mistake, then everything is a learning opportunity, and regret has no hold over you. Regret suggests that you're not learning from your experiences, and that's never true. Regardless of what choices you make or where your choices take you, you are learning something. In human terms, you might see your experiences as negative, detrimental, and undesirable, but your higher self sees it for what it truly is: practice at being human. This learning isn't only happening at the student level, but at class and university levels. Although I'm not completely clear on this, it seems that the students and their supporters are learning from the feet-on-the-ground level, while the instructors are learning from humanities level, and the administrators are learning from the global level, and those external observers I mentioned earlier, they're learning from the universal or dimensional level. I'm not sure whether or not there are more levels, but until I'm given additional information by Spirit, I'm going to leave it right there. Nothing happening in the universe is a mistake. I know that's hard to accept, especially looking at what's happening to the planet and between all the humans. How we respond to all of that, the politics, the wars, environmental damage, social media, health, education, and all the other consequences of humanity's daily choices is a part of a bigger picture. External observers are aware of how humanity's actions are affecting Mother Earth, and they're learning from it. This knowledge becomes part of the universal consciousness, and that will aid future humans and future civilizations in their interactions with Mother Earth. Rather than a mistake, humanity's mismanagement of the planet becomes the source of her ultimate rejuvenation and restoration. Regret and recriminations keep humans stuck. As long as humans are focused on the past wrongs instead of what they've learned from them, they can't move forward. Every experience is learning, all of them, every single one, no exceptions. You may not have enjoyed what you learned, and it may have been full of pain and suffering, but it was learning. It didn't happen to you, it happened for you, for your learning. This is essential to understand. Until you truly grasp this, you'll remain mired in the same stuff, unable to move forward. And guess what? That attitude is learning too. So no guilt or recriminations are necessary. You may take a long time to get out of your head, but that has taught you important lessons also. Now you know. Now you can move forward. That's how school works. So you needed extra time to complete your homework. That's it. That's all that means. Not everyone learns at the same pace or in the same way. Sometimes you need to repeat a class. Sometimes you need to repeat it numerous times. That's why you're in Earth University, to practice, to learn. When you've conquered one part of your learning objective, then you can move on to the next part at your own pace when you're ready. And here's the thing, completing one learning objective at Earth University may be all your spirit wanted. In which case, you can choose to go to another world, dimension, or reality for additional experiences after you leave this one. That's up to you. Alternatively, you may choose to take additional classes at Earth University with an eye to ascending or transcendence. Remember those prerequisites for graduation? If you want that, if you want to ascend or transcend, you're going to have to remember the truth of your existence. Everything is love. Everything is divinity in expression. So how do you take life lessons and convert them into being love and knowing your own divinity? Well, in a word, gratitude. This world often pushes the concept of gratitude to the side. It's rarely mentioned or promoted as a lifestyle choice or as a spiritual booster, but it's crucial for graduating from Earth University. Every aspect of this life is a gift. It doesn't feel like it when you're in the midst of it, but when this life is over, the truth comes out. This university is for your benefit. It's here for you to grow and expand in love and awareness. All those so-called negative experiences, well, they were your challenges you chose for yourself. You chose them while in spirit form, while you were blissfully unaware of just how painful those experiences were going to be. But now you know. You know because your knowledge has become wisdom through personal experience. That is a gift. That's not the only gift you received. Your fellow students agreed to challenge you, to risk karmic attachment so you could experience trauma in whatever form you thought would be most instructive. They gave you a gift that put themselves at risk to do so. They may have wanted to experience being the abuser, the tormentor, the bully, but that was when they were naively unaware of how playing that role might affect them. You see only the tormentor and the evil of that experience, but I'm telling you, it was a gift that came at a great personal cost. As evil, vile, cruel, and malignant as it felt when you went through it, they were doing what you asked of them. They were doing you a favor. I know exactly how this sounds. It is antithetical to everything you've ever been taught. It feels like I'm telling you to let criminals and abusers off the hook, to not hold people accountable for their actions. That's not the intent of this teaching. Those of you who have been the abusers, tormentors, and criminals chose your actions as well as the consequences. Perhaps you wanted to experience imprisonment, guilt, remorse, or having to make restitution. Perhaps you wanted to experience the full range of humanity by working up from the most dense vibrations to the highest. Regardless of why you chose your path, the way to remembering who and what you are comes through gratitude. Gratitude bypasses the need to give or receive forgiveness. Your fellow students did what was asked of them, and perhaps more than what was asked of them. Where is the need for forgiveness when everything is learning, when everything is instruction? I know this isn't how you see it when it's happening to you. That's why the pain, anger, disappointment, and other emotions have to be experienced first. Afterwards, that's when you can re-see your experiences as gifts, teaching you what you needed to learn, that you signed up to learn. Being grateful for your perpetrator isn't easy. School never is. School's meant to challenge and push you beyond your comfort zone. You don't graduate from Earth University until you can rise above your earthbound perspective. And this is how you do it, by being grateful, by recognizing that past traumas served a purpose. And once that lesson is learned, whatever the purpose is, the emotional damage can be discarded through re-seeing and re-knowing the past. Instead of horror, anger, humiliation, and fear responses to your memories, you can feel peace. You can see how those events were crucial to becoming who you are today. You can see how those events raised you to a higher vibrational reality, and therein lies the gratitude. Whoever you are, Whatever you've done, you're still a student in Earth University. Every part of your life may feel incredibly real, but it's a school project. You forgot that because that's what happens when you incarnate into human flesh. Just because this life feels intensely real doesn't make it so. You, the soul, the student, are undamaged. Your soul is gaining wisdom through everything you do and experience here. When you leave this body behind, you'll remember why you came and what you wanted to learn. Not only that, you'll return to your instructors who will then review your life experience with you. This is where your learning really takes root as you relive not just how you felt, but how far your actions rippled across family, friends, and outward like waves in a pond. Experiencing gratitude for the things that happen to you in life isn't an easy path. And I know my words seem pitifully inadequate compared to the grief that so many of you have suffered or are currently suffering through. If I could take away or ease your pain, I would. But it's not my role to do that. It's yours. You have to find your path to peace. All I can do is share these truths that I've learned and experienced for myself. This world is school, and you're taking a class to learn whatever it is you wanted to learn at a soul level. What I offer you is this. You can find your way to peace and gratitude by knowing you are love, knowing you are divine. There's a lot more that we have to talk about, but I'll leave that for another time. Thanks for listening to the Light Journal podcast. I'm Jamie Perez. If you'd like to learn more about leveling up your spirit walk, be sure to visit my webpage, thelightjournal.online. Blessings on your journey, everyone.